Morning. The last episode you saw me do that off-road thing in West Virginia. Well, after that one I came back empty to Canada, and I picked up an oversized load, so heading south into US. Now I'm in Smith Creek, Michigan. This marathon truck stop where I've been here before. If you remember, last time I was here, marathon. So there's Meyer across the street. Very nice location. See, the guy came in a old Ford Mustang, and he has old Ford Mustang, and he has an old truck with a super tight 3-axle Tridem in the back. Typical Michigan stuff. Wheels are pretty much touching, tires are touching each other. Day cab. And what's interesting is the name of the company on his door says Asphalt Trucks. Asphalt Trucks. That's it. And it's a setback Freightliner, setback axle Freightliner. Anyway, so I came back empty. It was a nice ride, you know, from West Virginia back through Ohio, Pennsylvania, and then New York. And I spent the Labor Day at home, but Monday, Labor Day, I had to go to the yard of our company in Orangeville and pick up their trailer. Because this load, it has two oversized pieces, and because my trailer is pretty heavy, like I'm almost 46,000 pounds truck and trailer, right, with the low boy, and the weight is about 33. Oh, wait a second. 46 and 33. How much is that? Well, pretty much, yeah, I'm just under 80, but they were saying it's over. Like, maybe I should have scaled it, because the guy says, the dispatch says, maybe you should, you know, if you want to keep your trailer, scale your weight with the empty trailer, and then scale once again when you load it. But I was under the impression that it was 36, I think. But anyway, so when you have multiple pieces, wow, the sun is just rising. When you have multiple pieces, you cannot have weight over 80,000, because otherwise they will just tell you take one piece off. Basically, yeah, with my trailer, I'm pretty sure I would only be able to do one piece, not two. So the trailer is a step deck, and I have two of these huge skids, and the thing sits on a skid and it's bolted, so all you gotta do is just, you know, tie down the skids. And of course I double checked with the shipper, and they said, yeah, don't put any straps. Don't put any straps over the top. So this load is 12.8 feet wide, so which is not actually 8 inches, it's 12 feet 10 inches, because it's 0.8. So I need an escort in Michigan, and the guy just showed up because we're waiting for the curfew to pass, because just 15 miles down the road there's one of those counties where you're not supposed to be between 7 and 9, you know. And the price went up by 10 cents. It's just I'm not having any luck with fuel prices recently, you know. I fuel up, then they go down, like what happened at Love's, right? On the last trip, because I thought the price would go up on Labor Day, so I fueled up at 294, and then the same day the next day it went down to 284. Now here at this marathon yesterday, I remember I was looking at the sign, electronic sign, big numbers, I'm not blind, it's at 270, right? Now I woke up in the morning, I look at the sign, it says 279.9. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna be going on they're sending us on a very weird route, you know, like from Port Huron, Michigan. Instead of taking I-69 like towards Chicago, right, they're sending us on I-94 towards Detroit, and then we grab 696, which is like a bypass around Detroit, and then we jump on 96, and we stay on 96 all the way to the end, and then we take I-196. So it's kind of like this, you know, but at least it's all freeways. But of course the easiest way would be just to take I-69 west and south to I-94 west, right, towards Indiana. But so we'll be passing Flying J in Lansing, because it's right at 96 and 69, and so I could have we could stop there and get the fuel. But I checked on Tracker Path. I know they're not very accurate. Like for example, this location they still show the old price, 269. But for that Flying J they show 289, and I don't doubt that. I think Pilot is always more money, so it's more expensive. Now a couple of things I wanted to mention. Somebody was asking about the truck. Yeah, the truck is coming, because I'm scared to drive this one with no warranty, you know, with heavy oversized loads. I don't want to be stuck somewhere. The sun is right in my face. But now recently I've been thinking maybe I should get the new 880 instead of T800, because I don't think I really need those air cleaners, right? Because that's the only part that's missing on 880. But you know, I'm pretty sure they listen to truckers, you know, to the feedback about the interior. So the interior of 880, even though I didn't even sit in one, I was only inside T800, like the new one, when I was talking to the dealer. But I want to compare them inside and see. But I'm pretty sure that 880, it's more comfortable. It's new design. Everything is, you know, redesigned, the dash, and it's wider inside. And I think even the sleeper is bigger. And of course everything is changed on the outside. So the only thing it doesn't have is outside air cleaners. So with the T800 you can get either 13-inch or 15-inch outside air cleaners. But like I mentioned before, one thing that irritates me about T800 is kind of like a half-baked homemade look of the bumper. Like, I just couldn't believe, you know, like when they first came out with the truck, it looked like they were in such a rush to put it on the road. They just cut the bumper and said go, you know, like there's a hole like this right in front of the wheel. And of course now on 880 they came up with inserts. So pretty much the same, they use a same style bumper, but on each end they have about a foot of extra piece that's bolted. And if you read the description, check out what Kenworth says about why they did this. They say, oh, to prevent dirt and, you know, debris flying in the engine and all that stuff, the new 880 has the extended bumper which covers that hole. So wait a second, so basically it was a bad design on T800. And so they changed that. So I think the truck looks better, you know, like it's more, looks like slightly like, it looks like a finished truck, whereas T800 was like kind of like a thought in progress, you know. But it's a proven truck. You know, when I used to go to Western Canada a lot with Landstar, that's what you see there. You see either Kenworth or you see Peterbilt. And like I mentioned, for my application for heavy loads, I don't like the set forward axle, so I don't like classic trucks. Like, it's too hard to move, you know, weight on the front. You need a very long gooseneck, and that I can buy a flip box, you know, the extension for the gooseneck, and get a classic truck. But that thing, that like 23-inch extension, 23-inch, ladies and gentlemen, extension, it's like a piece of frame, is $4,000 US. $4,000. So I would need that so I can move the weight to the front on a classic truck, but I'll be riding cool dude. Whereas with a set back axle like this Mack or a Kenworth T800 or any modern truck, because most modern trucks have set back axle, I don't have to do that, right? So it's much easier for the heavy weight, you know. And plus, honestly, I never drove a classic truck, you know. All the trucks I trained on and then drove as a company driver, and then my previous was international, I only have experience with set back axle trucks, and I'm just used to how easy they are to maneuver, you know, like around the truck stop or going around turns. So honestly, I have no idea. I'm not a set forward axle type of guy. Now here's a Belmare, Quebec guy, leaving with, he's waving at us, 3-axle Kenworth, your guy's favorite, 2-axle Jeep. That thing is at 101,000 pounds, 101, and he has a 3-axle trailer. It looks like a modular, and a 4th axle, which looks like a flip. So 9 axles, right? 3 plus 2 plus 4, and he has that's his escort. So he was here last night when we came in. Bill, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay, let's go.
I'm just gonna pull out in front of you here.
I wanna leave the same way we came in.
Okay, so we're going off to the right. I'll just circle back around.
Yeah, there's too much traffic over there. Yeah, change of plans. I wanted to do the track watching, but no time. We gotta leave. So I checked my load, everything is good. That's my escort in a Chevy. Not a Ford, but nobody's perfect. His name's Bill. And we are communicating on CB. Very convenient. You don't need the phone. And CB radios in US and Canada.
Got a 4 coming from the left. You're clear to the right.
Yeah, CB is in Canada.
Stop this next one.
CB in the US and Canada, you can still use handheld. So I'm 12 feet 10 inches wide, and so the escort has to be in front of me on a road like this, but on a freeway he has to be behind me. And when I'm driving like this Like in the lane?
So we're left here at the lights, and then I'm going to need to get behind you, so you're going to have to pass me at some point after the lights.
Well, we drive a Silverado, that should not be a problem.
Okie dokie. Get out of your way here. You stop him. We're under the underpass, and then we're right onto the highway.
10-4. You got the left if you need it here. No, I was okay. The guy was on the left.
Okay, copy.
Yeah, this is 6.
Got an 18 passing lane 2.
This is 696. So the bypass. We're going through Warren, Michigan, just to bypass Detroit. It's getting very busy. I'm staying in the second lane to avoid traffic from ramps. Escort drivers use, They say 18 for a
We
semi.
got a couple of 18s on.
Roger. You see, he says you have a couple of
Hey, pretty good time getting this far from when we left. So that's worked out well. It's always nice to get through 696.
Yeah, how far do you figure the Grand Rapids is from here?
I think our exit's in the 30s, so 160 minus 30, 125 miles.
Yeah, it'll probably take us like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so when the escort says 18 coming up, so he means that the semi truck is passing you, or if it's a regular car, he calls them 4. You know, he would say, if you want, you can move to the left lane. There's a bunch of 4s coming up from the ramp. And at first I'm like, what? Bunch of what? So yeah, so that's an 18, and in front of it, that's a 4. Or, and if it's a straight truck, you know, like a 5-ton truck, you would say a 6. I cannot move to my right because there's a 6 next to me. Center lane because the right one exits. So now everybody's passing me on the left. Yeah, over here there's 96 splits. 2 left lanes go to Lansing, and the right lane is exit only 23, south and north. If you go north, you get to Flint, Michigan. If you go south, you get to Ann Arbor. Freightliner Argosy. This is I-96 near Lansing. We're just gonna stop at the Flying J for coffee and then keep moving towards Grand Rapids.
As much room as you want. There's no one behind us.
And let's just park over here at the exit. I'll just do a U-turn.
That'd be a great idea. So we can just shoot back out again.
How's that?
Excellent.
All right, 10-minute break. This is Grand Rapids. We just switched to I-196.
The ramp's busy. There's a white car there. You're ahead of him.
be approaching the junction with 94. So this is the end of 196. Just past mile marker 1. And we'll be switching on 94 to go west towards Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa.
Behind us if you want to take 2 lanes on the ramp here. Oh, there's a 4 starting to come on.
Yeah, the left one ends.
Left lane here.
Yeah, we're losing the left lane.
Copy, yeah. We keep this lane, all the way through to Indiana now.
Yeah, 10-4. And that's it. This is I-80 westbound in Illinois. The escort left me at the border between Indiana and Illinois, and I really felt, naked, especially since I had to go, I had to leave the freeway and go on Torrance Avenue North and then Highway 6 West. And that's just crazy, but driving with a load like this, 1210 wide, you gotta think about yourself basically. You see, right now I'm driving as close as possible to the shoulder, so my load now oversteps these ribs, that's supposed to wake you up if you're dead. And yet the left edge of my load is right on the line, So I gotta be ready. I'm ready to react immediately if I see someone on the shoulder, like I see a car right now, right? I think, yeah, there's a car parked. Or if there's a bridge like real narrow, I gotta be able to react. And I will take 2 lanes without hesitation. Just drive in the middle. We had to do it a couple of times. Because people try to pass you, like when the road is narrow, people try to pass you, they don't have enough room. And I went in the middle through that construction area on I-94 in Indiana. But that Highway 6, yeah, I did the same thing. Sometimes I would go in the left lane when there was a big median in there. Then I see lots of posts, like light posts, signs on the left. I go in the middle or I go in the right. Like, people were going nuts, but I don't have a choice. 1210, Yeah, without an escort. But Illinois doesn't care. Illinois, Texas, you don't need an escort. And so the plan is, I already have pretty much all my permits, and they're sending me on I-80. I thought I would be going south on 57, but for some reason they're sending me west on I-80 all the way to Iowa. So I'm entering Iowa on I-80. So it's like a big detour. But for now, I found there's on my way there's a truck stop, TA in Morris, Illinois. So that's where I'm headed. 50 kilometers, 49 kilometers, so 30 miles. And once you enter Indiana, you gain 1 hour. Yeah, there were 2 guys on the shoulder, then they started moving. Barely. So you gain 1 hour. So even though now in Ontario, Canada, the time is 7:08 p.m. over here it's still 6:08, which is perfect because I don't want to be at a truck stop, you know, very much after 6. So my GPS says I'll be there at 6:37, which of course is a stretch because I'm not driving 70 miles an hour like my GPS thinks I'm a car. But that's good enough. Like, I know that's a pretty big TA over there. I'll just park and continue tomorrow. So I don't need an escort in Iowa, Illinois, but then I think I need one. They told me I need one in Missouri. And this is the glorious town of Morris, Illinois. Exit 112. That's the TA. Price of diesel $2.81 cash, $2.87 credit. That's not too bad. Boy, I feel tired today.
After 90 meters, you have reached your destination on your right.
Alright, you can relax. There's 2 more trucks traveling with the same load like mine.
Destination, Wilmings Drive.
Jeez,
On your right.
go to sleep. Go watch your TV or something. Boil an egg. Yeah, what I like about this truck stop is that it's very big. So I'm gonna go, as my custom is, I'm gonna go as far away from the truck stop as possible. So there's less chance of people hitting me. Well, I guess this is it for the day. We'll continue tomorrow. A long way to go to New Mexico. So, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and tune for more later.